This woman on her phone is 50-year-old Sheila Aji. For the past hour, she has been relentlessly texting her son, Keith Aji, inciting and baiting him to come murder his ex-girlfriend, something that will end in tragedy.
No,
That's my baby!
Because inside this very building, officers would find 18-year-old Brooklyn Sims killed by Keith, a plan orchestrated by this woman alone.
You set that girl up to be murdered.
I did not. Oh my God.
You did!
And a plan that will result in the biggest reality check this mother-son duo has ever gotten.
Would it surprise you that I have 32 pages of y'all's text messages?
Is she still alive?
No, she's dead.
On August 11, 2023, police in Pensacola, Florida were called to a local Home Depot with reports of a shooting. According to the callers, a man entered the store, tracked down 18-year-old Brooklyn Taylor Sims, and opened fire, shooting her before he fled. As police rush to the scene, they have no idea where the killer is, or if he has plans to take down more people with him.
Did y'all see where he went?
They say he went down.
Who's they? Who's they say?
There's a guy in there. There's a guy in there that's safety.
No. Out.
That's my baby!
Did you see where he went?
I've been working in here all day. I've been here.
You have to stay out right now. You have to stay out right now. Okay.
I can't get out of here.
The woman that you have just seen, crying and begging to go inside the building where Brooklyn has been shot, is none other than Sheila Aji. Sheila is the mother of Brooklyn's on-again, off-again boyfriend and the father of her child, Keith Aji. What police don't know in this instant is that Sheila isn't exactly the concerned grandma she's pretending to be, because when they take a look at the text she was sending her son, just moments before Brooklyn was shot, they're going to be looking at what true evil looks like.
Hey, did anybody see the guy?
No, I did not. That guy that was approached you a minute ago, he's got a gun on him.
Hey, hold it.
He went from behind the store right here. He ran from behind our store right here.
Hey, where are you at? Did anybody see the guy leave?
It's in a white truck. Out of here. I saw
194322. Where are you?
We don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out.
For instance, somebody's dead on our.
Right here by 303.
Brooklyn tragically died on the scene. An 18-year-old mother with her whole life ahead of her, she had been working relentlessly to build a healthy, stable life for her young daughter, Casey, but that opportunity was snatched away from her, and it isn't long before police find out who took the opportunity away from her. Because while officers scramble to secure the scene, dispatch gets an unexpected 911 call from the shooter, Brooklyn's baby daddy and ex-boyfriend, Keith Aji.
You're where?
I'm trying to come up the beach.
Okay, where are you at? Alabama? What are you trying to turn yourself in for? What are you trying to turn yourself in for? You know, you're going to call in the hospital. We'll get someone to help you. Are you injured at all?
Police rush to Keith's location, where he immediately surrenders himself for arrest.
Get down to your knees, get your arms out, put your arms on your head.
As police transport Keith to the station, they're faced with a man determined to throw the largest pity party of all time.
I'm Investigator Martinez. This is Investigator Little. You need more water, man? You good? Before we ask you any questions, could you mind if I get your first name so I know who I'm talking with? Listen, what's happened is happened, okay? We can't go back now, all right? What we can try to do is,
I don't understand. Well, help us. We want to understand, but before that...
How about we start with just your name? I don't even know who I'm talking to. How can I understand if I don't even know who you are? Right? I told you who I am.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It does too, because I don't want to be told no stranger.
Nobody cares about me.
Nobody gives
How can nobody? We can't. We don't even know who your family is to be able to tell anybody.
They don't care.
I mean, do they live here? Do they live in Alabama? What's the deal? Okay. All right. Well, at least we know where you're from. Born and raised in Alabama? Mom and daddy still alive? Hmm?
Where are you from in Alabama?
Calvert.
Where?
Calvert.
Calvert. Whole life? Yeah, but we don't have to like call you hey you or anything like that, man. Just what's your name?
Keith.
For 30 minutes, Keith laments the situation he's found himself in, sobbing about how his daughter will never forgive him, and the fact that he'll never be able to hug her again. All things he probably should have thought about before he drove over an hour to kill his daughter's mother. If you want to see more killers face the consequences of their actions like Keith here, be sure to like and subscribe. It's literally all we do here.
I want to stop talking about it. I can't.
Okay.
We get.
Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put that trash can close to you, okay? In case you start feeling some kind of sick. All right? But you can throw some of the Kleenex in there, Charlie.
Eventually, the police get down to the basics. Why did Keith shoot Brooklyn? According to Keith, he had found out that morning that he tested positive for an STD, one that he blamed on Brooklyn. When he confronted her, claiming that she must have given it to him, she fought back, saying that he must have gotten it elsewhere and put her at risk. As their fights escalated over text, Brooklyn allegedly blocked Keith, telling him she wanted space, but for a control freak like Keith, that was out of the question.
So is that what upset you more, was the STD, or that she was stepping out on you?
Yo, STD. I don't. Brooklyn can live her life. Well, fuck dumbass. I didn't have no problem with Brooklyn. With Brooklyn being with somebody else. All I had a problem with was the STD. That was it. If Brooklyn had somebody else, I don't care about that. I'm not mad about that. But she knew she gave me something. And she wouldn't talk to me or own up to it. At least don't block me when I ask you, like, hey, I'm being real with you. If you gave me something, just let me know. I told you I'd take you out, still spend money on you, I make sure cases safe. Everything's cool. I just asked for the truth. That's it.
And what was she telling you? Was she blaming it on you?
Yeah.
Was Brooklyn the only girl you had?
Yeah. I wouldn't. And she played to my mama like I just wanted to talk to her. And I told my mama multiple times, I don't care if we talk, that's okay. I just want to know if she gave me something. Will you be real with me?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Is she still alive?
No, she's dead.
Thank you for your honesty.
For sure.
But I don't feel I don't deserve a chance. I don't deserve being talked to.
Everybody deserves that.
And just like I told you just a minute ago, Keith, this is more for you and Casey than it is for anybody else in this room.
Pity party aside, Keith's been fairly upfront about what happened, how he felt, and why he did what he did. The same can't be said for his mother, because during Keith's interrogation, officers began to look through his phone, and in his texts they found over 92 pages of messages between him and his mother Sheila leading up to the shooting, and all of the messages showed Sheila not only encouraging him to kill Brooklyn, but giving him the address and directions on where she would be. While Keith owns up to his actions, his mother does the opposite, in spite of the fact that police have the records to back up their claims against her.
The reason why we're here, we want to talk to you, it's about what happened on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know the deputies that arrived on scene tried talking to you, and once, like I said, I think you had a medical emergency, and then they ended up having to transport you over to the hospital. Is that correct? You didn't go to the hospital? Okay, okay. That was my misunderstanding. I thought
You were checked out by an ambulance.
Yeah, I think, and they just checked my blood pressure and pricked my finger.
I got you.
Okay. So that's the reason why we're here.
Yes, sir.
Because we want to be able to get your side of the story.
Yes, sir.
Because we did have the opportunity to talk with Keith.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to read your rights, okay?
Yes, sir. So I'm under arrest or something? I mean, I'm just confused. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be stupid.
Well, let him do this, and
Yes, sir.
then we'll
Yes,
kind
sir.
of explain to you what's going on, but let him get through
Yes, sir.
this.
I'm sorry.
Officers read this mom of the year her rights, and then address the questions she's asked, whether or not she's under arrest.
So, Sheila, your question was, are you under arrest?
Yes, sir.
Why would you think you would be under
Because
arrest?
that's what they do when they come to my house. That's what they did. When he said, are you Sheila? I said, yeah. He said, okay, she was gonna ask you to go with us. I said, what for? He said, you're under arrest for murder. I said, murder. And that's what he said.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking, sir. I mean, I'm,
Right, okay. So, like I said, we are here investigating what happened Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what was your involvement in what happened on Friday?
my involvement in what happened. My only involvement in what happened was Keith texted my phone and he said that he was gonna, his thing come back, I think Brooklyn gave him something, but he was gonna let it go, and that's what I said, that's fine. I told Brooklyn, I said, crazy's texting.
What'd you call?
Crazy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I
No, you're fine,
said
you're
crazy.
fine.
I said crazy's texting. And she calls me Mimi because that's what my granddaughter calls me. And she said, can I see your phone? I said, yeah. So she goes and looks at my phone. I think they text back and forth a couple of times, but when she texted him, I think they was kind of like getting a little heated. And she was like, he was like, I'm gonna come to her house or something. She was kind of acting like me there for a minute. And when I got the phone back, I said, don't do that. And then I went to telling him, look, you're gonna do this to Casey and this, and you're gonna leave her without a mom and a dad and this and this and this and this and this. And he was like, I don't care. I think he's like, I don't have nothing to live for or whatever. I was like, so you hate Brooklyn that bad that you would leave Casey to be. That's some of the, I'm not saying it's exactly the way I said it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, because I said, because she won't have her mom or her dad or whatever. And he's like, I think he cussed me or something. I'm like, okay. I said, if you bring here, you ain't gonna see Brooklyn, you gonna see me. And he was like, well, just give me the address. I'm like, I'm not even, I said, I don't want or something, I said. And I told Brooklyn, I said, he's getting, she said, let me see the phone. I said, okay. So I give her the phone back, and then whenever I got the phone back, she had deleted the message or something. And then they said, well, I went in the bathroom before she gave me the phone, but the guy that's out on the floor, a couple of guys said that she was texting, and that they think that they ain't saying she was texting him, but she was texting somebody. That's what they said. I'm not sure. And when she gave me the phone back, I just took the phone back and went back to work. And
Sheila may be the reigning champ of our channel when it comes to ridiculous claims, because according to her, Brooklyn was using her phone to speak with Keith, meaning that the 92 pages of text that police have aren't all from her, specifically the incriminating ones. but there's a lot that doesn't make sense about that. Firstly, that if Brooklyn was using her phone, she would have seen the horrible text that Keith was sending his mother, stating he was going to kill her, including texts like, "She ain't do nothing but cost me money and give me an STD. I'm finna just shoot her." And texts like, "So the last thought of her knowing she's effed and the regret on her face will be enough to satisfy me. I don't she see when she dead." Keep in mind, instead of telling Keith to calm down or not to speak that way, his mother did the opposite, encouraging him over the course of several text messages that you're about to hear.
Did you know about Keith's new job?
The steel mill?
Steel mill.
Yes, sir. I knew about that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Alright. And did you know that he left his job that day?
I didn't know until afterwards.
Okay. Would it surprise you to find out that the text messages on Keith's phone weren't deleted between you and him that day?
Between me and him? I mean, no, it surprised me. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise you? Okay. Would it surprise you that I have 32 pages of y'all's text messages?
No, that doesn't surprise me.
Okay. Do you want me to read some of those?
I believe you can. I mean, you can. If you want to, sir.
And will you be willing to explain to them as I go through them?
Yes, sir. I will.
Okay.
The ones that I can explain, I told you, Brooklyn had my phone for a second. I'm not gonna say she texted. I don't know. But I will explain every one.
Okay.
I'm sure I can, no matter what.
All right, so at 10:35 a.m. on Friday, this phone call was received from the Greater Mobile Urgent Care Clinic. Okay. They called to
They called me?
No, they called Keith. This is Keith's phone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
So they called Keith to let him know that his test results came back positive for an STD.
Okay.
You remember that?
I don't remember him getting the phone call. No, sir. I don't.
Well, he got the phone
I
call.
understand that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes after that phone call, he sends you a text message saying,
Okay, I do remember that.
and if you think I'm lying, I call them back and we can three-way them. It says, I don't even care anymore. She low down as ASF. Anyway, you can pick up Casey. Can you pick up Casey for me tomorrow? And you say, no, I don't believe you lying. If that's what you say, I don't have no reason to think you lying. Yes, I can get her tomorrow. I'm still in Florida right now. He says, okay.
I think that's when I told Brooklyn that crazy's text.
Okay.
And she said, can I see your phone? And I was like, yeah.
Then he sends you another text message right after that one. Says, she's still working out of town with you? You say, yes. He says, okay. Y'all come back this evening? You say, yep. Okay. I'll be waiting for y'all in
No, that's when I told you, that's when I told Brooklyn crazy's texted. She said, let me see your phone.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what was texting, but I knew read something, and when she gave it back, I said, don't antagonize him. And I can tell you when I took the phone back, is when I started trying to say, hey, like, you're going to do this to your baby and this and that. You will be able to tell, if you will read the text, you'll be able to tell when the attitude switches. If you'll just read a little bit, you'll be able to tell when the attitude switches. Like from saying, I don't care, until like you're going to do this to your kid, or you're going to do this to your baby's mama. Just, you'll be able to tell. Okay?
So this must still be you because you tell him you're going to get in trouble, but that's up to you. And he says, trouble? Prison, bruh. Hey, that's my choice, just like it is for you. Continue to pick her up. I ain't saying fire her or some BUH like that. Find her ride to that MF. If she called the law, I ain't saying nothing, but I gave her a job for Casey.
In the text leading up to the shooting, Heath expressed that he wasn't just mad at Brooklyn, he was mad at his mom for giving Brooklyn rides to work. Brooklyn got the job at Home Depot because Sheila helped her get hired, and following that, Sheila routinely gave her rides to work to help support her granddaughter. And in spite of texts where Keith clearly states he is going to shoot Brooklyn, Sheila still claims that it's Brooklyn texting him, not her.
I'm thinking to just shoot her. I know I hate that for Casey, But
That's when I told her don't antagonize. Go ahead, I know. That's when I told her don't antagonize him. Go ahead.
But like I
Sorry.
said, I can't take care. I don't get. Okay, so protect her. Cool. Okay, I'll call you and tell you if you want to go to jail. I'll tell you when we get close. But if you don't come kill her, you.
That's when I told you, and I told Brooklyn don't antagonize. I would never tell him no. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna look at you Sunday. Brooklyn was my baby. You can call her mom and ask her. Brooklyn was my baby. You can check my text for Brooklyn. I paid for the cell phone bill. I bought Brooklyn's help with her schooling. I gave Brooklyn a job. I love Brooklyn. I won't even. I told my mama, and this is no lie. When this shit happened, I said if he should have saved everybody trouble, he should have. Excuse me, one second. He should not have done cases like that. I would not never tell him to kill Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn, and I know, you know, I would not believe me, and I understand that. That's fine too. But I love her. I would never do anything to hurt Brooklyn. Never do anything to hurt Brooklyn.
So once again, what you just told me is in here. It's okay, that's fine. If you have to leave your baby and go to prison and have her hate you, you ain't hurting Brooklyn.
Yeah.
She will be dead, no problem for her. To only one person you hurting is you and Casey. She will be lost, her mama, daddy, and you won't ever get in touch your daughter again. But I swear to God, I don't care. I ain't going to jail.
I said, I don't care, I ain't going to jail. No, but I didn't say I ain't going. I was saying it like sarcastic. I ain't going to jail. I don't care, I ain't going to jail. Like if you kill her, you're the one going to jail. I was being sarcastic about. I won't lie about that. I did.
So Keith's intention was to shoot Brooklyn, and then when the Citro police showed up, he was going to shoot at them so that they could kill him. That's what Keith's intentions were. Up until he said he was leaving work, and you said in a text message, about to leave work, that's up to you. Yes, I know, she good. Don't call Nanny and tell her she will try to talk you out of it.
The most damning text in the whole chain came from Sheila just an hour before Brooklyn was killed. The text read the following, and a text regarding Keith's grandma. Don't call Nanny and tell her. She'll try and talk you out of it. So, as much as Sheila would like to pretend that she loved Brooklyn, these texts paint a picture of the exact opposite. She didn't just ignore her son's plans to murder Brooklyn, she encouraged them. And through it all, Sheila only had one concern, and that was for herself.
Don't shoot up the car. I don't want to die. That's you.
I didn't.
I'm not. Wait till I put her out. I was gonna wait till she got out. Okay. Bruh, that's another thing. If she don't get out of that car, Mama, and I have to drag her out, or can't, I'm gonna ask you to step out. Because I'm gonna open the door and just shoot her. As long as you don't shoot me. But I know you got work, just don't forget me this evening. Hell, if you're getting off right now, I'll give you the address here, and you can ride over here.
It had to be Brooklyn. I would never.
And do it so that you don't have to do it in front of Casey.
I would never do that. But I understand where your hands
Why
are.
would Brooklyn send that message
I don't
to
know.
him?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I would never understand.
Hold on. Here's the problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you've told us thus far is that, well, Brooklyn took your phone.
I didn't think she took it.
But then you're texting him. Now, conveniently, you're only sending the messages that make you look good.
No,
Hold on, let me finish. That you're trying to talk him out of it, and then you want to come back with when there's the messages that so he'll talk about shooting, and then also, oh, Brooklyn's got my phone again. So you guys are just handing the phone back and forth. Man.
No, that's not, I'm sorry.
Well,
I know
that's what you're saying.
I know
that's what you're saying, because you're acknowledging a text message, and then when the one that comes up that's bad, no, that wasn't me, that was Brooklyn. So what you're saying is, because he's reading
You're
this to
right,
you.
you're right, you're right.
So
you're
what
right.
you're saying is, you and Brooklyn are standing there,
No,
handing this phone back and
no,
forth.
sir.
Bear in mind, we got video of the Home Depot.
I'm saying no, that we're not sending that back and forth.
Okay, well then explain to me how the order of the messages goes. Because you're saying, well, Brooklyn must have sent that.
No, I'll tell you, it was the.
And Sheila, there's no gaps. There's like, this is
within
11
seconds. These are within seconds of each other.
This is 11:26, 52 seconds. Your response is 11:27, 5 seconds. So you're like, beep, receive it, read it, oh, respond. There's no, oh, look at this.
Okay.
So it says, send me, and he says, we just in Pensacola. I'm on the way, send it. Hold up, let me get, hold on, this is the best part.
Right.
Hold up, let me erase these texts, because I don't want nobody to know I was texting you.
Listen, wait a minute, hold on, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what he said. I didn't hear what he said, sir.
Read it.
And wait a minute. I already, hold up, let me get it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
No, yes, I did.
Of course you did.
So you've been saying them this whole time.
No, I didn't send them all. I'm telling you.
So all these are still on your phone?
Yeah, they're on my, I'm sure they're on my phone.
All these text messages are still on
I'm
your
sure
phone?
they're in my phone.
Because you said you were going to delete them, so.
I did not. They're on my phone.
Okay.
Well, it's good because I got your phone.
I said, okay, that's fine.
Because then Keith says, I already deleted mine. Trust me, I ain't going to say shit about us even talking today.
Throughout the 2 hours of texting, Sheila repeatedly told her son to shoot Brooklyn, but not to shoot her. Some of the texts read, "Don't shoot my car, I don't want to die," and "As long as you don't shoot me." Then of course came Sheila, trying to cover her tracks, sending her son a text that read, "Erase the text, cause I don't want anyone to know I'm texting your stupid." Evidently, her knowledge of police investigations is about as bad as her parenting skills.
So you're acknowledging that you were going to send him the address?
I wasn't going to send him the address. Because I said, listen, if you let me, before you go any further, can I say something? Please, can I say one thing before you go any further? Because I even told him I was on lunch. I wasn't on lunch then.
I don't care where you were.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
But you're telling him I'm going to send you the address. So stand by. He's getting there. Just let him do this thing.
Yes, sir.
At 11:55 a.m., you send a screenshot
Of the address.
of the address from your work.
Yeah, I did.
So you acknowledge sending the address?
Yes, sir, I did.
So we're sitting here playing games?
No,
You're 45.
you're asking me a question and I'm answering it.
Okay.
So he's 45 minutes away.
And I told him, I said, you're not going to have to see me before you see Brooklyn.
Let me ask you this while we're here. Why on earth would you send him that address? He had no idea where that girl was
Okay.
if it hadn't been for you sending that address. You basically put these things in motion.
No.
You sit here and tell me that you love Brooklyn, but you set that girl up to be killed. Is what happened.
No, I didn't.
You sent him the address. If you had just not sent him the address, he wouldn't know where y'all were in Pensacola.
He was going to kill Brooklyn's mom. Brooklyn told me that.
Where does he say
He
that?
does that. Brooklyn.
Oh, it's convenient to throw that out.
No, you can.
It's convenient. So he's going to kill Brooklyn's mama. So
No,
you
that's
threw
not
the
what I mean.
address down so he come kill Brooklyn instead.
No. You
You just didn't want him to kill Brooklyn and sit your nothing.
Bingo.
Because you didn't want to be in the car.
No.
That's the way that started off.
If you would let me tell you the truth, when I told Brooklyn about it.
Hey, listen, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Sheila, I'd love for you to tell us the truth. I would love for us not to have to sit here and waste our time
Yes, sir.
making up a bunch of BS, trying to put this on a dead girl that your son murdered. I'm going to tell you something. At least your son sat across from us and manned up.
Shockingly, in Keith's interrogation, he did own up and give full responsibility for his crimes, something that evidently comes from his daddy's side of the family.
What were you thinking about when you started driving down here?
I don't know where my mind was. I was mad till I got to Florida. I got to Florida. Cried a little bit. Stopped the car. Was gonna turn around. Couldn't. It didn't feel real.
Where'd you stop? Gas station?
In the state.
Okay. Before you got off of,
Right after Lobster.
okay. Yeah, because I know the Loves is up there in that gas station.
I used to work right there at that, getting off at Interstate Lobster.
Gotcha.
Just didn't feel like it's gonna do it. Everybody just says I feel like pushover.
And I'm guessing this whole time, from the time you left classroom, you've been trying to get a hold of her. You try calling her? You let her know?
I didn't know. I didn't want to. I didn't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt Brooklyn. I don't even want to scare Brooklyn. Why would I even text her threatening her or anything like, hey, you gave me this? You think I'm probably coming off hostile. I don't even want to take care of this. I wasn't going to. But I asked, hey, you gave me something. I won't talk. Turned around on
You talking about in the store?
Yeah. The other guy smiled, laughed. I was funny.
So somebody was working with her?
Yes, we were working with her. They talking to her.
So she just turned her back on you?
She had said something like, oh, not this shit. And turned around.
Which all it does is make you feel, once again, not hurt, right? Because that's all you're looking for.
Yeah. I just...
Because for me, it would have said something that you left Alabama to come all the way down here. At least give me the fucking courtesy to say.
Right? Or at least, hey, can we go outside and talk about this or something? Just some kind of acknowledgement.
Well, I was expecting she'd say, hey, Keith, what are you doing here? I was going to say, well, can I speak to you outside for a minute? It's really important. Because I asked her multiple times before, like, even week before, too. I can speak to you for a second. I always ask. I don't even just say, can we talk? Can you speak for a second? Do you mind talking to me?
Because you're generally a respectful guy. Until she blew you off.
I still don't want to.
Yeah, but that pressure's got to come out somewhere, right?
The whole time, something no. And it didn't hit me till I got to the door. By the time I get to the door, it's like a switch. Look back, I felt.
Because the pressure was gone.
I said, Keith, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
You think I'll spend the rest of my life in jail?
I don't know. And I mean that with all sincerity. I genuinely don't. You're facing murder charges. I mean, obviously with what happened. I mean.
Oh yeah, no. I'm
just being real with you.
I know.
But I don't know. What I can tell you is on paper that carries 25 to life.
25 to life.
That's what I can tell you. So
how does that? Can you explain to me how that works?
How the justice? So.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So I want to explain it in a way that makes you feel like, so you understand. I want you to be comfortable with it. Like, it will not comfortable, but like you to understand what's going on. So what'll happen after today is obviously you'll get booked into jail. Okay. You'll see a judge. A judge will decide whether you get a bond or not. I won't say that it's likely. But I have seen, we've had 2 murder cases recently that the suspect has gotten a bond in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm telling you. I mean, it's, you know,
appreciate you.
The reality is that's not up to me,
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be. That's not my role in this process. So a judge will decide whether a bond's appropriate or not appropriate, and he'll set that bond. Now, if he does set a bond, it's going to be high. I'm not going to lie.
$1 million thing. I know.
Typically, yeah. And I mean, of course, that only means you got to come up with, you know, 10% of that. You don't have to pay the whole $500,000, but you got to have collateral or whatever to get a bail bondsman to come up with the, you know, all of that stuff. So, but that'll be the next step. And then after that, you know, the case will, you know, you'll get an attorney assigned to you.
Attorney and go to court after
Yep.
months and months.
Well,
I just asked, I wanted to ask you just what might possibly happen.
Well, and a lot of that depends. I don't know. So after it leaves us today, it's kind of out of Martinez and I's hand at that point, because we hand the case off to a prosecutor.
Yeah, DA.
So it'll be them that makes those decisions about what's appropriate within the process, how that all goes. But, you know, for me, and I'm telling you right now, for Casey down the road, it goes a long way that, like, you made one bad choice. You could have made more, but you didn't.
No, I didn't want to.
You stepped up and you were a man and you did the right thing, and you called and you turned yourself in and you said, you know what? I screwed up. I'm going to take responsibility for it. And you came in here and you didn't play games, because I'm telling you, we've sat in this room with so many people that try to play games, try to excuse what they did, try to get out of it. And you didn't do that. You took responsibility and ownership for what you did. And at the end of the day, and I'm not telling you this to blow smoke, because we haven't done that to each other once, and we're not going to. The reality is, at the end of the day, that you'll be able to look at Casey and go, you know what, I went in there and yes, I messed up, but I told the truth. And I told what happened, and I owned up to my responsibility. I didn't try to blame somebody else or something else or I screwed up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you can look your daughter in the eye and say that with all sincerity.
Back in his mother's interrogation, sincerity is something that isn't in her vocabulary.
My temper got the best of me when he caught me. And that's the truth.
Oh, I believe that, because that is clear in those messages that your temper got the best.
And I even told him, I said, you're not going to see Brooklyn. You're going to see me.
Except he didn't. And shot 2 more people in the process. One of those is Baby Doll.
She didn't shoot Baby Doll. Baby Doll was with, I don't know why she said she got shot, sir. She hit her hand on something. I wouldn't look. I know he shot other people. Me and Baby Doll were in the back together.
Back where? Because in the video, you're in the next aisle.
You are. 100%.
I run from the back of the store. If you look at, oh my God.
We have the video.
Please look at the video. Please look at it.
We did. We watched right after the shooting happens. Keith goes this way, and you come running around the aisle.
So I was in flooring. which is
I mean, you wearing a black shirt, matching shoes. I mean, you're easy to spot. Tell me I'm wrong.
Sir, no, you're not.
And what were you supposed to be? Because they were supposed to be.
Yeah, your manager been hunting for you for 10 damn minutes.
She wasn't even there, sir.
You were supposed to be zeroing out the shoes, weren't you?
No, sir. We did zeros in the morning. That's why I was flooring. I was cleaning out.
My understanding is they were hunting for you because you needed to zero stuff out so you guys could get out of there.
Zeros in the morning.
Well, I reckon your bosses are just lying.
Sheila goes on to claim that when she learned her son was really on his way to shoot Brooklyn, she pulled her into an employee bathroom and warned her, urging her to hide, but not calling the police or telling her son to stop or telling literally anyone who could help. Of course, surveillance cameras in the store proved that the two did not go to the bathroom together, and that Sheila was the only one with her phone in the hours leading up to the shooting.
And you know what would have fixed this whole thing? I wouldn't even bought this bullshit if you would have done all this. And then in the 40 minutes that you had between y'all's last text message and when he put 7 rounds in her, if you would have picked up the damn phone and called 911 and said, my son's on his way here to kill his girlfriend, and I have the proof in text messages, you know what would have happened? We would have showed up and met you at the door, and we would have met him at the door, and one of 2 things would have happened. He would have either surrendered or he would have shot out with us. And either way, at least Brooklyn might still be alive.
Okay. And you're right. But I'm being honest.
You got pissed off. And you
I got
want to get
pissed
the
off
best of
because I
it.
didn't think he was coming. Being honest.
He's telling you where he's at.
Sir, you don't know Keith. I mean, he's done this so many times.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody we talking about, Keith says, if he tells you he's going to do something, he's going to do it.
It's a lie.
Okay, well, it's a lie. It's a lie because it's inconvenient to you in this.
Sir.
Because the easy thing for you to do in all this is sit back and go, oh, no, I didn't believe he was going to do it. I didn't believe he was going to show up.
I did.
You see, these are all things that benefit you when in the meantime, if you had never transmitted the address to him, if you just said, you know what, well, I'll let you know when I'm heading back to Citronelle, and then not let him know, he wouldn't have known any different. And then by then, maybe he'd have cooled off because that would have been hours and hours later.
Sir,
but instead, you transmit the address to him.
I did not think he was coming to that.
Well, he came.
You're right.
And there's a baby without a mama tonight because he did come to that store, and you set that whole thing in motion.
Hmm?
So I understand what you
said. No, I'm gonna come out. She will be in. She won't know nothing.
I told Brooklyn.
And it's also convenient that when he shoots her, she's actually on the floor working, doing counts with other associates.
Sir, I said, Brooklyn, don't come out of this bathroom. If you just look at the tape, do what you got.
Stop right here. Stop right here. Because if you would have told Brooklyn that he's coming, don't come out of there. Do you not think Brooklyn would have enough sense? She's already done it once to call 911 saying, my boyfriend is.
I was going to call 911 the first time. When they come from Citronelle.
Answer my question. Do you not think Brooklyn would be scared enough to say, you know what? I'm in Home Depot. My boyfriend's on the way here.
She said, I'm going to tell you exactly what she said.
She didn't know who was coming.
Yes, she did. I told her.
Bullshit. Right here.
I know what I told him. And
okay. I'm going to show you today what it means to love a child. You will understand when you're chilling with your daughter one day.
And chilling with your daughter.
He tells you, stay out of my way.
Yes, sir.
And that is very easy to deflect that off of her and go, you know what? I'm going to put this off on the dead girl over here because, like, I see how this shit looks and it looks really, 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 really bad. Because I egg my son on knowing he has a history, knowing he has issues, and you egg him on and provide him with an address he'd have never known. He would have never had a clue where y'all were at, other than you were in Pensacola. And even if he knew, do you know how many Home Depots there are in Pensacola? I mean, he could have driven around all afternoon trying to find y'all and probably never gotten there.
I'm sorry.
But you shot the address right to him. Come on, come get her. After I've called you not doing it, after I've told
I swear to God, I didn't do that part. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
So again, we're back to, we switched the phone back and forth. So it's me texting, and it's her texting, it's me texting, it's her texting, it's me texting, it's her texting. The flow doesn't, your story doesn't hold water because the flow doesn't make sense.
I understand, sir.
It doesn't make sense. The messages are coming too quickly. So pawning the ones off on her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it says, come on. And he even says, he likes it, gives thumbs up, come on. You probably done call the police for that girl.
Which, by the way, is what you should have done.
Yeah. And your answer is, I swear to God, I ain't told her nothing about you.
You can swear on your daughter, if I remember correctly.
I did that. I did, yes, sir. I did. Because I told him, and I said, you got to see me, not Brooklyn. Is what I told him. And you know, if you read it, you'll see I said it. I said, you're not going to see Brooklyn. But he did see Brooklyn. I understand he did see Brooklyn.
You did say that.
You did. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing you said you want to deal with me because you were pissed off at that point.
See, but he says, this is what you told him and you're correct. But just know, I'm the first you see. But I ain't told her, even told her you were coming. So you good.
Sheila had every reason to believe that her son would be violent with someone. At the time of this murder, he was on probation for a shooting he was involved with, and Brooklyn actually had a restraining order filed against him for his aggressive behavior in the past.
I swear to God, I ain't told her that.
It's not. Here's the thing.
That's what I said. It's what I said.
It ain't what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
He's saying.
Yes, sir.
We're reading y'all's words.
Yes, sir.
This is the text message that transpired.
You're correct.
Up to 40 minutes before that girl was dead and out of Home Depot.
You're correct. You're correct. But
I mean, plain and simple. That's what this is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So just be clear. We're not putting words in your mouth.
No, I'm not.
We're reading you your own words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But and whatever I get arrested, that's fine. But just know that I wouldn't try.
Yeah, you know that is the first 100% intelligent thing you say all night.
Never. I know.
Don't say I would never.
I said I would have never called myself trying to get her hurt. I would. I understand, sir. I understand.
You know what would have shown you weren't trying to get her hurt when he started talking this shit? If you had talked him out of it, if you had not told him where you were, if you had not suggested he come down there instead of going to Citronelle and doing his original plan, if you had called the
Or
police.
even talk to his granny because you said don't talk to her.
Yeah, don't
I
talk to
called her. If you check my phone, I called her.
I don't care, but you tell
I
me not
understand.
to.
Oh God, you just don't. It's crazy. I know I sound stupid, but you don't know Keith, and you just have to try to talk to him a certain way sometimes.
Well, I tell you, we sat across from Keith in an interview with him after this all happened, and I'll tell you one thing. I don't care what anybody says about him. He owned every damn bit of this.
But
every last bit of it. And he didn't throw you under the bus.
No, I understand he didn't. I understand that he didn't.
The only thing that he said,
that is just throwing me under the bus.
The only thing he said is, "Hey, just so y'all know, when you get my phone, you're gonna see some text messages from my mom and I." That's all he said.
I mean, I understand ain't nobody trying to throw me under the bus, and I know how it looks. So, yes, sir.
That's not how it looks. It's how it is.
Yes, sir.
It's how it is. Because there are so many things you could have done to change this sequence of events, and I honestly, like, you can say I didn't believe he was coming, but then you should have never sent him an address or sent him a bullshit address. Hell, you could have Googled it. You could have sent Home Depot up in the middle of nowhere.
I sent the address when he cussed me.
Yeah, I know you did because you got pissed off.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
so you dared him. You said, "Come on."
Yeah, come on. You said, "Come on, dummy."
I didn't send it because it comes in Brooklyn.
He told you he was going to do.
I'm saying.
He told you I'm coming to kill
Yes,
Brooklyn.
sir.
Multiple times now. I'm coming to shoot Brooklyn.
Sir, if you knew how many times he said that.
I don't care how many times he said that. What I know is he said it on this day. You sent him the address because you got angry. And guess what he did? He showed up and killed Brooklyn. So we can say he said that a million times.
Yes, sir.
But you enabled him to do this because you sent him the address of where that girl was. And absent of that, he would have had no flipping clue where to find her to do this. He would have been driving around Pensacola and would have had no clue. And if he still got lucky at that point, we wouldn't even be sitting here having this conversation. But you sent him the address when he told you, "I am on the way. I am coming to Mobile. I'm coming through Mobile right now. I'm 40 minutes away." And you sent him the address of where to go.
And not only did he show up in the parking lot, park right next to you.
Right next to your car.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
That's
that.
fine. I didn't say you did. I just said he pulled right up and parked right next to your car. He had no problem finding it. You set that girl up to be murdered.
I did not. Oh my God.
You did. You sent the address. Answer me this, truthfully.
Truthfully.
Would Keith have known where to find her if you had not transmitted that address?
I don't know. I don't.
Would Keith have known where to find her? Did Keith know where you were working?
I don't think so. No, sir. I don't.
He obviously didn't, or he wouldn't have given you the address.
I don't think so.
So had you not sent that address, would Keith have been able to find her? There. Now, I can't stop what would have happened when she would have gotten back home, because she would have to come home eventually. And I'm not saying this wouldn't have happened up here. It may have, or he may have cooled off by then and gotten his shit together and decided he wasn't willing to destroy his entire life, her life, your life, and the baby's life. Maybe he'd have gotten it together if he had had just time to cool off instead of being egged on within, because this conversation starts within 2 minutes of him getting that STD result. 2 minutes. He gets that call at 10:35. At 10:37, you're his first text. You said you and Keith used to be close. You know what? You were still his first call when something bad happened. And the way you handled this over a 2-hour period, it wasn't like this was in 5 minutes. This was a 2-hour conversation that this went on. And there's a lot of opportunity that you had to not transmit that address to him and not tell him where she was, or to do something to intervene. And then on top of that, after your conversation ended, it was another 40 minutes before she was dead.
But
So we had 2 hours and 40 minutes alter the course of history, and what you did was egg him on and send him an address.
But I tried to send him the address to come to me. I understand.
You and Brooklyn are in the same place.
I know.
He's telling you he's coming to kill Brooklyn.
I'm admitting.
That's good. I appreciate that.
I swear to God on everything. My intent My intent was not.
Well,
I know.
let's talk about what your intent
never to hurt Brooklyn.
was. Your intent was to bring him where y'all were at. That was your intent.
It was to bring him to me.
Okay. Well, the problem is y'all are a package deal, and he's pissed off at her and telling you he's going to kill it.
Sheila had every opportunity to warn Brooklyn about her son's plans. Instead, she continued to walk through the store as if nothing was happening. She didn't call police, speak with a supervisor, or warn the girl who was raising her granddaughter. Instead, she was so wrapped up in her own frustration and rage that she tied Brooklyn up in a nice little bow for her son.
I know, but I didn't mean to hurt that baby.
12:02 and 50 seconds. She's going to be on the floor, right? 12:02, 55.
That's the only way you can get in.
Waiting on you.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to say. I told her to come out of the bathroom. I said, Brooklyn, stay in this bathroom.
So let me guess, it's her fault.
Okay,
She is working.
I didn't know she'd come out of the bathroom.
Why would she come out if you warned her not to come out?
No, I swear I told
Because she didn't know.
There is no way that girl knew this was coming, because there's no way she'd have just gone back to work doing nothing, because she's sitting there punching on her little stuff, counting her stuff.
I told her, I said, Brooklyn, I showed her. I said, he said he'd be in 45 minutes. She said, how long was that? That's the time, their timeline. I said, Brooklyn, he said he'd be in 40 or 45 minutes. She said, how long ago was that? And I looked at my phone. I said, it's been 52 minutes. It's exactly, we were in the bathroom then. Wait a minute, you're asking me and I'm telling you now. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I said, it's been 52 minutes. Stay in this bathroom. She said, you think he's coming? I said, I don't think so, but stay in the bathroom. And I walked back out. I didn't know she'd come out then. I didn't. And I went to where I said I was going. We had to clear up the see what tickets weren't counted. I did not know she came out the bathroom. I didn't know.
So his last text to you was at 12:42 and 2 seconds. And you say you looked at your phone and it had been 52 minutes. So that would have been 1:30-ish is when you had that conversation?
I think I talked about 52 minutes.
Is that accurate? Okay.
Pretty accurate.
So you want to know when she got murdered? 13:21 or 1:21 p.m. was when the 911 call came in that she was already dead.
What time? I mean, I don't understand what you said.
You're telling me 52 minutes after his last text. You said it's been 52
I said about 52 minutes.
Well, she'd been 12 minutes at that point. So I'm interested how you had that conversation with Debbie.
I did. Why would I say that if I didn't have that conversation?
Because you never did have that conversation.
That's because you're making shit up now that you're caught.
I'm admitting. I'm not caught because I'm admitting. But I did, and I did. My intent was not to hurt that baby, but I'm telling the truth. What I said. I told her about 52 minutes. I'm not lying, sir.
And all I'm telling you,
and I didn't mean to hurt her.
And the
I would never mean to hurt her.
So let's just take Brooklyn. Brooklyn's the victim, okay?
She is.
Okay. What about if 3 more people would have been killed that day? What will you tell their families?
Because 2 more people were shot. You can say whatever you want, but 2 more people were hit.
I know. I do know that. I'm not denying that.
So close that other people even heard what he said. He said, you gave me a disease.
I did, sir. But I swear. And if I have to do life, understand, but please don't think I tried to. I don't try to hurt that baby. I did not try to hurt her.
I didn't try protecting her either.
I did.
Bullshit.
You must not have been too convincing, because you were so convincing that when Keith walked on that aisle,
I didn't know he was.
She turned away from him because, she was that worried. Because you had warned her. So she should have been so scared when she saw him walk around the aisle.
I thought she was in the bathroom. I did not try to get her hurt.
You know what Keith said that she said when he told her you gave her the
Not this again.
Not this again. And turned her back on him, and that's when he shot her.
Which sounds like she was really aware of what the text message that had transpired between y'all.
Oh my gosh, shit, Keith is here, and ran the other way. She said, oh, not this again.
Because she just told me he was coming here to kill me.
I did tell her.
Apparently she thought you were.
So the normal reaction would be if someone's coming to kill me,
and then
I'm going to stand there and look at him and say, oh, not this again.
I'm not lying. I did tell her. But I'm not trying to deny that.
You're just denying you didn't tell her.
I did tell her. I swear to God. I told her. I told her. Now, you don't believe me, I understand that. I understand that, but all my heart, I can't make you believe me, I understand that. But I told her. I'm not lying. I told her, you don't understand. I mean, you don't believe me, so I understand that. But my intent was not to hurt her or get her hurt in no kind of way. When I told him that to come, I thought I was telling Keith to come to me because he cussed me. I even told him Brooklyn might be scared of you. I'm not. I would never hurt Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn. But I never wanted her hurt. Never. If I could trade places with her right now, I would trade places. I didn't want her hurt. I never intended for her to be hurt. I'm not going to lie to you. I never, ever intended for that baby to be hurt. I swear to God, I love her. I loved her. I swear to God, I love her. I didn't intend for her to be hurt, but I big time. But it wasn't trying to hurt her. I felt I love Brooklyn. And you might not think it, but that little girl ain't never been nothing but nice to me. She ain't never been nothing but nice to me.
And this is what she deserved.
No, sir. Not by no means was it bad. She won't say that. No, sir.
She deserved you to take care of her and watch her and protect her against Keith. Whether Keith said, I'm coming over there, I'm coming to Citronella. No, Keith, you're not.
I didn't.
You do that, I'm calling the law. But you said, no, I ain't called the law. I ain't called the law, not even on Caius.
I did not think he was coming.
So that's why you're being charged with first degree premeditated murder, principle.
So what that means is that you aid, abet, assist, encourage
Yes, I understand.
him to engage in the first degree murder, which he did.
Yes. That's what I mean.
That's fine, but that's what you did by the course of action that you voluntarily chose. You chose to send those messages. You chose to lie to yourself and believe he wasn't coming when he told you repeatedly he was. You made that decision. So you'll have to live with those consequences.
Ultimately, both Keith and Sheila were found guilty of first-degree premeditated murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Our thoughts are with Brooklyn's family, especially her daughter, who will now have to grow up without her mother and father, all because of her dad and grandmother's cruel actions. Thank you for tuning in. Nearly 85% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. Your subscription and support would mean the world to us, so we can keep bringing you more content just like this. Before you go, check out one of our craziest cases right here, or one of my newest ones right here.